and welcome back to All the Mods 8. In the last episode, we went to their final dimensions in the space mod at Astra, and we also went to the Everbright. Now, to be honest, it's actually been a month since I played, so if I forget a few things, I apologize. But if I remember correctly, today we're going to the EverDawn, and then what we're going to be doing after we complete this place, we're going to be automating some Elementalcraft, because we do need a few of the ingredients from this mod to actually make ourselves the ATM Star. Like the firerite ingots for the philosopher's fuel. And this is a whole process to go through, but we're going to do that today and try and automate it. But first, the EverDawn. As you can see, I've set up the portals here. So we're going to enter this portal here now and see where it brings us. And I have all the patterns ready for today as well. Let's see where this goes. Oh yeah, wasn't that an issue with the other dimension where for some reason the worlds wasn't loading? Now the pack has had a load of updates since, and it has changed quite a bit of stuff, but it doesn't seem to have fixed the world loading here. So there's two things we're looking for in this dimension. We are looking for a wizard type tower. If we look at their unable to open quest book. Huh. I might need to relog my game. That's never happened before. But there's a quest in here for find a wizard tower. Similar to the exact same as the Everbright. You find a wizard tower, you defeat him, and then you need to go find yourself another dungeon. In the Everbright, it was like this jungle-ish tree temple. But in this dimension, it's a spider nest. And I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll see. Now, I'm going to fly around until I find one because this world does not want to load. And actually, I'm going to increase my render distance to the max. And also, another thing is I did upgrade my RAM. So I'm now 32 gigabytes, so I shouldn't have any more issues running into where my game just freezes because we're running out of memory. But everything should be fine. Ooh, look at these guys. A cosmic fox. Ooh, he is tameable. What the heck are you guys? A shade monitor. When you drop food, roasted, I can eat this. Yeah, the world lag is still here. But anyway, I'm going to quickly relog my game and then we're going to go fly around and see if we can find ourselves a wizard tower. Okay, so I've reloaded the game. Does my quest book work? Yes, it does. So down here under blue skies, so here's where we are now. We need to find the alchemist, which is in a tower that looks like this. And then we need to find the arachnarch? I don't know. But it spawns in a tower tree looking like this. That's the entrance and it goes really deep underground. And just while I was loading in, I did spot the tower right over there. So yeah, didn't really have to go that far. So that's great. So let's fly over here and then just let the world load because half is probably not even loaded. Yep. That's good enough. Right. So similar to the other tower, we have a chest room in here, which is going to have some hidden chests, or a book room with hidden chests. There's one. So we got ourselves the blinding dungeon key. You know what? If that's the same, I think I've actually got a few of those keys. Yeah, we can just skip straight to the top. We don't need to do anything else in here. Hopefully this works. Yep, the alchemist. And now we just need to take this guy out. I want to try and get this dimension as done as fast as I can because I want to get straight into Elementalcraft because I think that's going to take the longest. Right, how do I do this? Can I just keep swinging around you? How can I attack you? I know there's a state you can go into where I can hit you. There we go. There we go. That is so funny. Anyway, so now we've defeated him and is my back not on? It is not. It is on, but it's not loading. Anyway, what do we get here? We got ourselves grants invisibility while sneaking with smoke. Some alchemy tables, some sort of shield, and a trophy. You know, as much as I'd like the invisibility, it's actually probably going to be a bit annoying, so I'm not going to take it. Right, so now what we need to do is fly around and see if we can find ourselves... I can't get out that way. See if we can find ourselves the spider dungeon. So looking at the image inside the quest book, it looks like it spawns in the red treed forest, which is this kind of place. So I guess we're going to fly around here until we find it. Well, that didn't actually take that long. I'm flying around for a little bit, as you can see. And like we found this tower over here. And I just kind of flew straight over down this way and boom, there it is. So we found it. It's very easy, and it sticks out like quite easily on the map as well. You can see it's like this big orange, I don't know, mess on the map. But this is the entrance to the dungeons now, the spider lair. So if you are afraid of spiders, might want to skip this part. So what we're looking for is some keys, and once we find the door, we might be able to go back and buy them off of the Blue Skies trader guy. Okay, get out of here. So no keys yet. This looks like a way down, so this goes deeper. You kind of just have to run through with a Morgan sword and just kill everything that runs into your path. Oh yeah, I forgot this. Weapons don't work that well here, so trying to break all of these oh wait, I can't even break the cobwebs in this place either. That's going to be annoying. Don't need that. Can I break this? Oh, I can break this stuff. Oh, but oh yeah, I forgot I have a sword built into my pexel here. So still nothing. Wait, what's that ingot? Horizonite. Don't know if that's useful, but we'll take it. So I guess what I'm going to do is just keep running around for a while, and if I find a key, then I'll come back. Never mind, literally just went down and turned the corner. There's a key. So poison dungeon key. Yeah, that's what we need to find. Sometimes I might be able to teleport out and find somewhere else to teleport to. Yeah, look, there's a big gas cave right here. Oh god, what are you? Infested swarmer. I do not like the look of you. So we were up here. So I guess we just need to keep going down and down and down. Oh, this looks like the boss room. Nice big open area. Yes, it is. All right, so here's the room. So now that we found the key, we can go to the gatekeeper and buy the rest of the keys off of him. So let's do that. Hope I can put a waystone down in here, can I? No, I can't. Right. I think we're going to have to find a way out and then place it down. Actually, no, I should be able to place it outside of the room inside the cave openings. Okay, sir, what do you want for some poison dungeon keys? Are you in bed? Yes, you are. Get out of the bed. Get out of the bed. I need to talk to you. Right, so you want spider eyes and some poison stone. Do I have poison stone? No, so I'm gonna have to run back and get some poison stone. I'm not running back to my house, so I'm just gonna grab another waystone. All this here is poison stone. Can I harvest it? No. How can I get some poison stone? Okay, I'm after finding quite a bit of the stone in chests. Okay, so I do have enough to buy the keys off of him. The only other thing he wanted was some spider eyes. So now I can buy 2 more keys off of him. Perfect. And now we can head back. I'm actually going to break this waystone and then just... I think we have the teleporter from our, thing here. And oh yeah, you can see that the travel anchors are now showing up. So that's new. Alright, here comes the big fight. I think the thing was down here, correct? Yep. Right. So remember, if you are afraid of spiders, might want to look away now. Oh, good. Holy. Oh my god, that is horrific. Horrifying. I don't know even what to say. I hate this thing. Is this even doing damage to him? It is. Get this over and done with. We're already halfway done. Oh my god, this is terrifying. I hate this thing. Oh, now it's on the ceiling. Oh my god, a load of spiders came out of the holes in the walls. Why can't I harm you? Okay, now I'm doing damage. Almost there. And it's dead. Oh, even the way it dies is horrifying. Yeah, nah, I'm not a fan of that. That is... No. No. I do not like that one bit. But at least it's done. Ooh, music disc. What's that sound like? Cool. I'm not going to let it play just in case any copyrights, but whatever. A not bad song. Right, with that whole thing done, we've completed our Blue Skies journey. Now we can more or less... Oh, we never got these things. I don't know how you get them. I guess there's a chance reward because we got the poison arc. So I'm guessing we'll probably get those as a different reward. Yeah. Anyway, we can just hit claim all and boom, there we go. We don't need this Horizonite for anything, do we? If we do, we can always come back and get some, so it's whatever. Right, let's go home. All right, and we're home. So for Elementalcraft, I'm planning on doing it up in the tower here, and I've already kind of started preparing for it by getting ourselves the AE system access up here. So I have different ports. They're all the exact same P2P tunnel network, and they're all going to be connected to each side, which is going to have one of each element. So we're going to have like what? Earth, fire, water, air. And each one of them are going to have their own separate auto crafting recipe. Now, the only issue about having it this kind of way is I would love to have the binding in the center. Technically, I could have it if I support it in the corners and have like some sort of supports and have it hovering in the air, like right here. That way I can teleport up and then just fly up around and access it down here, which could work. Yeah, that might actually work. We'll see about doing that. So to start Elementalcraft, there's a couple of things we're going to need. We're going to need these small element containers. Now, I've already kind of started a tiny bit just to get some of these pipes, because I was trying to test to see whether or not I could autocraft these things by just dropping the items onto it, but I can't place the element binder until I have an element container, so we're going to have to wait to find out. So if we just look up at Elemental, we have one element container, but we're going to need a bunch of them. And we're also going to need some of these crystals. So some of the patterns I have in here already, we can just jump straight into. So like this one here, we can put that straight into our crafting grid thing in here somewhere. Let's find a space for it. This will do right there. And now what we can do is craft, actually, you know what? Let's craft up other stuff. Like the other things we're going to need is these pipes. Then we're going to upgrade these pipes, and we're going to want them to be improved. And we're also going to want regular element pipe. Now, of course, we can't make the improved element pipe just yet because we haven't made Swift Alloy, but we do have a tiny bit of drench to get started with. But first, we're just going to make ourselves like 100 of these impaired pipes, and we're going to make ourselves a few more of these tanks. So we're going to have 2 for each element. So 2 for earth, 2 for air, 2 for fire, and 2 for water. Now, the other thing we're going to need is an element extractor. And should I make a pattern for this as well? I don't know. I'm just going to make 1,000 of these, and we should be okay from there. So we're going to need 4 of these to get started, and we're also going to need an element infuser. Grab out some blank inner crystals and some pipes. Item pipes. And we're also going to need some item filters. I'm going to grab out a wrench, and we're going to need like a chest or something. You know what? Yeah, some regular chests to be fine. And then we're also going to require the pipe. So the element pipe again. Should I craft some of this? Yeah, I might as well craft some of the element pipe just to get started. Right, so what we need to do is find the element sources out in the world. Now, you might see them flying around or floating in the air. We know we have an earth one floating above our ME factory, or AE factory right here. Like one right there. I think there's another one floating in the air over here and down here. So we're going to work off of this one because it's closest to the ground. So this is the block it's on. So what we want to do is grab out our small element container, put this one right there, grab our element pipe, and then right click on the side you want to pull from. So we want to pull from this tank into this tank. So extract over, element extractor on top of the tank, and you should see these little green particles coming down, meaning that the tank is slowly filling. And you can see, since these tanks are so small, they fill very quickly. Now what I want to do is put a chest here and here. Is this area loaded? Yes, it is. Now what I want to do is grab out some of the pipes and upgrades and put down the element infuser right here. Okay, so we want to extract from the chest and extract from the binder. And then we want to put the upgrades in. And now what we want to do is grab out... it doesn't seem we have any of the earth crystals already, but we want white rock, which is, I believe, stone. Yes. So what we can do is filter out white rock, and actually that will make it so we can actually make ourselves our earth crystal quickly. It takes a few seconds. And while that's doing that, let's grab out some stone. We're going to need a couple stacks of stone. Oh, my game froze. Okay, so my game crashed, but what I was doing, I was grabbing out some stone because we're going to make some white rock. And before it does that, I'm also going to require the actual white rock itself. So what we want to do is put down the binder on top and filter you out and you out, and then put a filter upgrade on you and you. And then what we're going to do is put this in here to filter out that, and then we can put the inner crystal on top, and that should make us the earth crystal. And then we can add that to the filter, and then everything should go from there. There we go. And then we can add that to the filter. There we go. So I'm actually going to grab out like 2 stacks of stone. Oh, come on. Did my game just crash again? What is going on? Okay, let's try this again. So put the crystal in there, and now they're ready to go. So we're going to have 2 stacks of crystals and 2 stacks of white rock, and they're all going to end up in here. Okay, now we need to do that with the other 3 elements. Now, I don't know how hard they're going to be to find. Hopefully they won't be that difficult or too far away, but we just have to fly around until we find them. Oh, well, here's an air one we can work with and another earth one, but we're working on the air. We need to clear some space here and actually dig down a bit. And next one. Okay, there we go. So same thing we did for the earth one, now we want to do for air. Now, what else can the air thing do for us? I know it can make swift alloy, but I want to see what else air can do for us. It'll just turn string into air silk. Okay, so all we wanted really is the crystals. So we put this guy here, put this guy, and we'll do it here. And we also need to claim this area. And make sure it stays loaded. There we go. I'm actually just going to claim these ones just in case as well. There we go. And element cable there. Chests here and here. We need another element binder. We're actually going to need like 2 more of these guys. And we're also going to require inner crystals. So you're just going to filter out the air crystal, and you're going to do that. Put you in there, put that in there, and now we just need the element binder on top of this guy, and off it should go. Yep, so that's going to start crafting that now. Now we just need to find water and fire. Surely water is like along the river here, no? Or maybe out by the ocean. There's a creeper here. What are you doing? Okay, I had to fly a fair bit over to like this village here, but we found a water one and a fire one. So it's actually nice they're in the same area. So chop down all these trees so we have enough space to work with. There we go. So we want the tank right here. And we're going to want like another tank, say, yeah, right here. It's grand. So we want chest here, and then we want the pipes. We're going to put the element extractor there, element binder here, pipes extract, and now what we want is the crystals. Probably like grab about 4 stacks of them. We don't have any water crystals to start with, do we? No. Okay, so I'm just going to disconnect that connection there until we make 1. I also need the element pipe. So I'm going to put these 2 in here. There's our element pipe made, or our element whatever. I'm going to put this in here, filter it, and then take that out and put this new one back in. And then I'm going to extract this and put that in there. So there we go. So that's going to be crafting 2 stacks of those. And now we need to do the same thing for this one. There. So that's that automated. So now we just basically have to sit here and AFK until all of the elements now have crafted all their stuff. And I noticed there is a wandering trader. He never seems to leave me alone. I don't know why. But anyway, I'll be back. I might even use my time in a bottle to speed some of these things up. But yeah, by the looks of it, we're just basically waiting on the element extractor. So I'll be back once we have 2 stacks of everything, or once everything here is crafted. And then we should be able to look into upgrading everything to the element containers. And then after that, we should be able to get ourselves the pure infuser. And once we get that, we need to make ourselves this guy right here, the pure crystal. And there actually is a bee we can get that will make these for us. But the main thing we want the pure crystal for is for making the element holder. Now, if I can figure out where it is it this thing? Oh yeah, it is the pure element holder core. This will allow us to pick up the actual source and bring it back to our base. That's the idea. So yeah, I guess I'll be back once these guys are done crafting. Alright, a bit of time has passed and we've finally got everything we need. So we have 2 stacks of burnt glass, 2 stacks of the crystals. Now the only thing we need to do is we're going to have to AFK it now for another while, because I need to fill a bunch of these element containers now, not the small ones, the big ones. and get those done. So I actually need to fly home now, which is in this direction, and grab our white rock from this guy right here. There we go. So what I want to do is make ourselves something like 4 to 6 element containers per element source. So we have plenty of source to work with and we don't have to teleport back. Whoa, okay, they've changed the textures on the ender bags. I just noticed that. That's kind of cool. So let's say 4 element containers per... Oh, we need element pipe now as well. That's okay. We have a bunch of drenched iron. I made 4 stacks of it instead of the regular 2. And we're just going to go with, yeah, so 4 stacks, 4 containers per source. Probably made more than I need, but I know we're going to need more air than anything. So we're probably going to collect more air and water than the most, than the rest of them. So to easy do this, we're just going to break this. And we're going to put down the element container right here. Put this on top. And now that's going to start extracting out. I'm going to break this. We don't need these set up anymore. And now what I'm going to do is just put the 3 of these down like this. And then tell this thing here to extract. And that should fill those up. And then just to make things go a little bit quicker, we're just going to grab the 2 of these out since they already have some source in it. Grab out the element pipe. And we're just going to put the 2 of these here. And we're going to pull the element source out of these guys and put them into the containers. Now they should be empty. Yes. Right, now we just need to leave all 4 of these fill up. So let's go do that for the rest of them. Okay, I'm too lazy for the rest of it to fill up all the tanks. So I've got 2 full element containers of each element, which should be enough for now. So let's start automating it. So what we want to do is start by making ourselves some swift alloys, since that's the one that we're really going to need the most of. So we're going to put a tank right there. And we're just going to put the second one over there for the moment. We're going to put a fire over here. We're going to put earth over here and water over here. And then what we can do is just put the rest of these guys down. So water there, earth here, and fire here, whatever. So we want to do this. So if I grab out a pattern provider, I hope this will work now. I hope it'll just put it in and I don't need to like right click the ingredients in. So if I just grab out some cable here, and we're just going to say this one. So let's grab out our element binder. Okay, so we're going to put the element binder on top of this guy here. We're going to put this guy on top. Hopefully this will activate that. Does it say what it's connected to? No. What about the side of it? Does it usually say what it's touching? Maybe it'll only do that once it's once the thing's actually connected to the system. If not, we're going to have to set up like some sort of like modular router right-clicking thing or whatever. And so we're just going to run the cable up. I don't really care about if it's in the window or whatnot. Run it over to the P2P tunnel, and that should be online. And hopefully now we should see it connected to the element binder if we look inside here. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, so that works. So if we grab out the Swift alloy, and hopefully, like if we look at the pattern in here, if I just put it in here for you to look, we need to put this stuff in a specific order. So you can see we need to go gold, drenched iron, copper, redstone, and then the air crystal. And it requires a medium amount of air. So hopefully it will read in order that it goes right here. So gold, drenched, copper, redstone, air crystal. Hopefully that's the way it'll go. So if we put this in here and we're going to put on blocking mode, meaning it'll only put in the next recipe once it gets a return in its inventory. So if we look up pipe, but first we're actually going to get it to craft one because we need the actual pipe for the filter. So Swift alloy, will it craft one? Yes, if you see the particles, it is working and it has made us a Swift alloy. Perfect. So if we look up pipe again, grab out this, grab out our wrench, and now what we want to do is, and we'll just run up from the back here, filter, extract, and Swift alloy. And then we can put this in here, and that's the recipe done. So now what we can say is craft me like 10 more. And hopefully it should only do 1 at a time. Yep, and it is working. Okay, so it actually is fairly simple to automate this. I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be, but okay, yeah, medium amount. That's not even barely touching our source. So it has dropped a little bit. You can see a tiny pixel at the top has dropped compared to this one, but still, we're getting lots of Swift alloy. So the next thing we're going to need is an element binder or a crystal gem crystallizer, this guy. So we need a strongly contained crystal, which also requires the spring-align shards, which are made with water. So a similar thing we did here with the Swift Alloy, now we need to do over here with the water, wherever that is, down here. So another element binder, and we need some cable and pattern providers. Blocking mode enabled. And now we should be able to craft one of the spring lines. It does require amethyst crystals, but I'm pretty sure we have a bunch of that. So in it goes, and it should craft it after a couple of seconds. Just the world's lagging a bit, but there we go. Now what we want to do is grab out the pipes and filter it the same thing. Is there anything else we might need? I know we're going to have to set up like the crystals to be crafted, but we also have bees. There is a bee available for everything. It seems I'm going to need the spawn egg for this one, but I mean, if we can get ourselves the actual bee for everything, it might save us a lot of time in the long run. So we'll see about getting the bees towards the end. There we go. So now we should be able to craft ourselves up a bunch of these spring line things. So we're probably going to need a bunch. So give me like, I don't know, a stack of them or something. Okay, so cool. So that's going to craft all those for us. So we just need 4 of them to get started. And that will allow us to make ourselves our gem crystallizer. We also need some Swift Alloy nuggets. We're still waiting on 2. This is working, right? Yeah, it is. Now we have 4 of them. So now we can make ourselves our gem crystallizer. So the way this gem crystallizer works is because we need a gem for each one of these pedestals. So for the fire pedestal, we need a pristine gem or a fine fire gem. To make these, you just have to put either a powerful shard, a diamond, and a fire crystal inside this guy, and it should output one. And it does require a good bit of fire. So we'll start with the fire one, which is this guy over here. So we'll put the, what's it called? The gem crystallizer on top. Go in here now to add elemental. And we're going to grab out some powerful fire shards, fire crystals, and we actually are probably going to need it for each one. So let me just grab out a set of each. There we go. And some diamonds. We should have plenty of diamonds. 500k. So diamond in, crystal on top, fire gem around the edge. Give it a moment and it should make one of the pristine or fine fire gems. Okay, so it seems that it failed. We made a crude one. So crude is still probably used for some stuff, but we could use the crude one to keep trying to get a better one. So it'll save us on diamonds. So we could put the crude one in, a gem and a raw. And let's see if this will give us the actual pristine one this time. There is a chance it'll just keep giving us crude ones. I did see it try to craft. There we go. So we got a fine one this time. So that worked. Now we can make ourselves our fire pedestal, but we do need another element binder. So let's grab out one of those. So element binder on top. And what is the recipe again? So it's the element infuser, the gem, Swift Alloy, 2 white rock. So element infuser, fine fire gem, Swift Alloy, 2 white rock. And you can see the particles, meaning it is working. And this should give us our fire pedestal. And then we need to make the other 3. Earth, water, and air. This is taking quite a while to craft. Surely it's nearly done by now. Any second now? How much is this using? Oh wow, it's actually using quite a bit. Oh, it's a high amount. Okay, so it's going to like be double the time. I can't be sitting here all day. Let's do this. Oh, even with 8 times? Okay, there we go. So now you've seen how we make these ones. Now let's automate and get the rest of these guys set up. Okay, I think we're more or less ready to go for this and start getting ourselves our first pure crystal. So hopefully each one of these guys now should fill with source. I hope there's enough here, but if we look up pure now, hopefully everything is filtered correctly. If I could spell pure, there we go. So 1 pure crystal, everything should get put to its own location, and yet you can see all the particles going to it. Now this does require quite a bit of source. So hopefully we do have enough right here. If not, I can just hook up an extra few tanks and we should be okay. Yeah, you can see it's draining it fairly fast. So I'm actually going to grab out a few more element pipes, the improved versions of them, and I'm going to hook up a few more tanks just to make sure it stays working. So just a few extra water tanks right here, some extra fire tanks. I'm going to have to rob the air ones from here and the water one, not the water, the earth one. I have to borrow these for a moment. So earth. Oh, it's done. And I also, because there's not enough room here to really do anything, I have an entangled block down below. I'll show you down here, if I could get down. There we go. I have an entangled block here with it, and it's filtering out blacklisting diamonds. But now that we have a pure crystal, I can actually change that to whitelist pure crystals. But there we go. We have our first pure crystal. So what can we do with that? Well, we can now work on automating the firerite crystals, or firerite ingots, and with 4 of them, we should be able to make our element holder and be able to pick up the sources and bring them to our base. So let's set up automation for that. Fire is over here and the element binder is there, so let's get a pattern provider hooked up to that. Okay, so firerite ingots, hopefully everything's set up. We need 4 of them. Craft 4 pure crystals. That might be a bit of a stretch. Let's see if we can craft the 4 pure crystals first. And let's hook up the air here. Yeah, you can see it nearly drained the entire tank, which is quite a lot. Put down the extra water one here. Oh wait, do we already have water down? We do. This is the earth section. Okay. You know what? I probably should have organized these in the same orientation of like water here instead of randomly putting them down. Give me a moment to fix that and then we'll get the rest of the crystals made. Actually, wait, I probably should wait till I finish making the crystals, because if I break this right now, we're going to lose the source that's in the pedestals. So let's just see if we can make the 3 more of these. Should be done the last one any moment now. And we could get the 3 firerite ingots started. We can get 3 of these going. They should get put in over here. Yep. And hopefully this doesn't require that much source. Does it? Ooh, a high amount. Give me out some more improved element pipe. Craft me like... actually, it's probably easier to just craft it by hand. We're out of Swift Alloy? Okay, we'll just have to make use with the nuggets. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn on blocking mode. Let's try that again. So can I cancel you? To start tree. There you go. I'll cancel it later. Okay, I actually got 2 extra firerite ingots as a reward, so we can actually go straight ahead and make the pure element colder. The only thing I'm noticing is I need another element, so actually it works out great because I actually needed a spare one. So yeah, you can craft that and I'll just cancel the recipe in here. There we go. So why is there another llama in here? I swear that the wandering trader does spawn, but for some reason he only leaves his llamas behind. Yeah, look, there's one up here and there's no wandering trader to be found. Weird. But what we can do now is come over here and grab our air source. That tank is more or less full. Now, the only thing about these sources is that they do have a recovery mode. Wait, is this not the thing to pick them up? Wait. I thought this was... Oh! I thought this was the way to pick them up. Can you not move sources anymore? Hang on. Okay, so for reading this, they have changed the way. You used to be able to make this receptacle thing that can pick them up and then place them down wherever you want, but now you have to use these source displacement plates. So we need to make one of those, which is going to require more pure crystals. Yikes, that is actually a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. So this holder is just to hold elements in your inventory. It's not even used for moving stuff. Right. The other thing we can do right now is look into upgrading this guy here to the improved element extractor, which should help with the speed that we do extract out each one of these guys. But it looks like we might need to spend more time with Elementalcraft now next episode. So yeah. So in the meantime, before next episode, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and get as many jars as I can filled up so we can put them here. So we have enough source to start working with now in next episode. And I might even try and get a few more pure crystals done because next episode, I think what we're going to have to do is set up all the different source breeding. Like, there's ways you can actually generate artificial sources. It's very complicated. It's new to me now, so I need to figure out, like, there's this element source breeder. We need to figure out how this works. So that's what we're going to figure out now next episode. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.